And what I want you to think about is the gut. Again, it's immune. The 70% of the immune cells are there. What happens in the gut is you get stress, you get different kind of pathogens that can happen, you get inflammation going. When you get inflammation going, you can start having breakdown and damage of the gut. They can have loose stools. They're starting to experience more problems. If there's different like foods, I think many of us have experienced, having a little bit of a food upset. Those digestive disturbances can all impact us. And when we think about what has plasma done, we've got over 40 years of research behind us. And like I said, it's in mice, it's in rats, it's in livestock species. And at the end of this, we're going to cover some of the stuff we've seen in dog and cats. But what we've seen these plasma proteins do, when we talk about their functionality, being a functional protein, we've seen improvements in the gut function. We've helped to maintain that barrier, gut barrier, help keep it intact. As we just talked about, if you get problems going on there, it starts affecting your nutrient utilization. The groceries that we're giving them, the good food that we're making for them, we want to make sure they're getting the full benefit from that. We've seen shifts in the microbiome towards the more positive microbiome when utilizing these proteins under different models. Repair of tissue is another thing. We'll cover that in an ulcer model in horses. We're going to cover that in this talk. We've talked about the immune response. Other common things we've seen is improvement in pal enhancement, the food consumption, when utilizing these proteins within the formulas. We've shown digestibility, which we're going to go into a little bit more detail. And when you got better digestibility, generally your stool quality is better, your lower volume, all the things we're wanting to show is a good gut to help support that. The other thing that we've seen with this is reductions of inflammation, reductions of the effects of stress, and you'll see different ones here with the transport, and then also in diarrhea. So as I said, there's a lot of publications out there. If you start Googling this, you get over 600 plus publications. This plasma has been researched a lot. And then the other thing that we think about here is we just recently got a patent looking at cognition. If you look into the human literature, there's also what they refer to as the gut-brain axis. We referred to earlier talking about the common mucosal immune system, but there's also the gut-brain axis where they're learning a lot about what's happening in the gut and how it can affect the brain. And so we had done a mouse model where we were looking at and also showing benefits on cognition. Again, I don't have time to cover everything, but there's a lot of background on this.